Happy Halloween, son. Welcome back to Movie Crack. Roll it. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Halloween feature for my first ever Halloween season on YouTube. One of the greatest horror films ever made, in my opinion. Dog Soldiers, directed by Neil Marshall. One of the greatest werewolf films ever made. Some might even say the greatest werewolf film ever made. I couldn't think of a better film to have as our Halloween feature for our first ever season. Let's get into it. Starting off with story and pacing. The story for Dog Soldiers is very simple. A group of soldiers are sent into the Scottish Highlands on a training mission. They are not taking part on this training exercise long when they realise there's some more sinister things going on in their surroundings. Yes, they're plunged right into a werewolf hell. The story follows this group through one night where they're trying to survive until dawn while they're being hunted by a pack of werewolves. I think, in my opinion, that's what makes this movie so good. It's simple. Sometimes simple is best. The movie knows what it wants to be, it knows what it's trying to be, and it doesn't try to be anything more complicated than that. There's quite a few soldiers in this group, but the main two we focus on are Wells, played by Sean Pertwee, and the second soldier being Cooper, played by Kevin McKidd. These are like the main two we focus on as far as story goes. Don't get me wrong, all the other soldiers in the team are very fun to watch, but they're not as focused on as the two mentioned previously. Liam Cunningham is also in this film. It's always great to see an Irish actor in something timeless like this, so big shout outs to Liam Cunningham here. Cillian Murphy's not the only Irish actor out there, you know. So yes, these soldiers end up in a cabin in the woods, and they're essentially defending their fortress from a pack of hungry werewolves. And story-wise, that's pretty much the depth you get. You do get some hints as to what these werewolves are or who they are, but the movie never dives too deep into it. It's not the focus point, for sure. And I will say about this movie, the pacing, which I'll get into in a minute, is so fast that when big moments or big reveals do happen, you're kind of trying to catch up with the last scene that you just saw because it's all happening so fast. Speaking of moving at a fast pace, the pacing in this movie is insane. It's batshit crazy, to be honest. First scene of this movie, you get some werewolf action. The next couple of sequences, you get this group of soldiers landing into an area for their exercise. There's a point when these soldiers are camping and a sheep hits the ground in front of them from a cliffs above them. From the point the sheep hits the fucking ground, this movie goes fucking nuts. It is a thrill ride of pure tense sequences. There's very little moments in this movie where you can breathe and stop for a second. It's just... And I think it's what makes the movie so great. It just doesn't slow down. It's an hour and 45 minutes long, and I think about 90% of that you're dealing with werewolf action, so it's great. It is really fun. But as I said, the pacing, it does kind of take away a bit from the deep story moments because everything is happening so fast. Overall, story and pacing for me for Dog Soldiers, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. Moving on to the visuals. So this movie came out in 2002. So it definitely has that aged vibe to it, but I think when the director made it, he filmed it in that style. It has this gritty vintage kind of a flair to it, and I fucking love it. The werewolves are done with practical effects as well, and they are creepy as hell. They're tall, they're slender, they're fucking terrifying, to be honest. This movie also makes the werewolves really smart in a way. Like, they don't just charge in and try to eat people. They're kind of smart. They hang out and watch. Speaking of the werewolves watching, when you get their perspective, the movie turns black and white, and I fucking love that touch. Also, the gore. The gore is fucking brutal in this movie, man. There's one scene where a werewolf just fucking grabs somebody's head and fucking rips it off. It's fucking nuts. There's another sequence where 2 werewolves are just like fucking ripping some poor soul apart. I won't get into characters in case you guys go watch it, but it's damn brutal, man. From what I can see, most of this movie, there's no use of CGI at all, even in the explosions, which I just love, you know? Don't get that anymore in movies, you know? There has to be some CGI face here or some CGI fucking explosion over there. It's whack, man. I loved everything about the visuals in Dog Soldiers. I'm going to go 5 out of 5 for visuals. Lastly, sound and score. This movie sounds very good. The wolves sound scary and creepy. The gore sounds really good. There's gunshots and explosions. They all sound very good as well. The touch of music in the movie, I really noticed it in the last sequence or the last couple of sequences, like lots of hype music building up as they were coming to the end of the story, really. So I really liked the music in the movie as well. However, music is definitely not why you watch Dog Soldiers. You watch it for the fucking vicious fucking wolves, man. For sound and score, I'm gonna go 4 out of 5 for Dog Soldiers. There you have it, folks. Our Halloween feature for our first season, 2025 season. Overall score 4.3 out of 5. Dog Soldiers. It is a great watch this Halloween. That being said, I just want to wish you all a very, very spooky and happy Halloween. I just want to thank everybody who's been following me so far. The channel has been a lot more successful than I had first thought. So, that being said, we'll see you in the next one. Halloween is over, but the reviews don't stop. Hopefully it's a good one. Good luck.